Alright, y'all, welcome back to episode 38 of the WireTap. We are back. It's us. The panel is back. Jeff's not with us today. He had some personal business to take care of, but he will be back next weekend. So we back down to our original two. And as always, like, follow, and subscribe. And we're going to start that intro. Yes.
Yes. Burr.
Alright, y'all.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You clap.
Nah, we good. I'm back. We are back. And as always, like, follow, and subscribe. We're going to get into these topics tonight. I'm just waiting for him to get off his phone.
I'm not on my phone.
We're going to start a bowl. What's like one of them little things where you got to put $1 and shit in?
Oh, every time you touch your phone?
Every time you touch your phone.
If my phone pertains to
it's like a swear jar.
I'm supposed to be touching my phone.
I mean, no.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, if I need to reference something.
Anyway, let's get into how our week was as a cast, please. As always, we're going to start with the ladies of the show. Oh, we have a new camera lady. Let's welcome Bree to the show. Let's clap it up.
Let's see how she lasts.
Yes, she is now the seventh
another one.
camera person.
Thank
These
you so
motherfuckers be acting like they starving
much.
artists.
Well, I don't have
Like we not
anything to
paying
do
them
on
enough.
Saturday, so when he asked, I said, well, why not?
It's fucking free.
So, welcome.
You don't like free, don't come here.
Welcome to the show.
Nothing to give you but liquor.
We have
And that is possibly okay. Liquor is fine.
Food here and there. Shit.
I wanted some Jamaican, but I'm like, oh, we running late. Maybe I'll just be a little drunk today.
Yeah, don't get no bumbleclot Jamaican food. Get your ass here. Get here.
And we got one audience member. We're gonna where's the applause sign so she know when to clap and say all. And
Oh, I was gonna push that button.
You know how like
that
on
don't
Mark.
work. When I open this up, it's just making
It does. I heard Jeff do it.
No, it works. Yeah, it works.
What?
You gotta turn it up. Look at the little side on like the little keyboard. It's like a keyboard.
I don't know how I did.
Let me know when you want.
Alright, I'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out later.
All right. But anyway, let's bring it back. Let's start with our mental health check. We're gonna start with the ladies of the show. And Bree, since you're new, you go first. How was your week?
It was busy. Work, life is lifing, but I'm holding on strong. Keon gave me a haircut, which makes me feel better about myself. Amen to Keon.
Shout out to my
But this will be my last cut because I miss my hair and it's cold as fuck outside.
They got hats.
I'm about to say they got hats.
Yeah, we got beanies.
Boy,
We got WireTap beanies.
I'm okay.
No.
I think honestly what it is I haven't seen myself bald
Wash your
headed
hands
so
because I don't
long.
want you to put it in front of. Yeah. No, you go. Kick
Yeah, I haven't seen myself bald headed so long and I'm just like, damn, I really did this. It's not a regret, but
That's heartbreak.
Think about
It's a
that.
second guess.
second guess kinda, but it's just like,
But the haircut is so fire though.
it's so fire though.
It's alright.
And I'm not even being funny. It really is. I know I did it. It's not
It's
me
okay.
being arrogant. It's fire.
It's alright. I'm hating.
Yeah.
Oh, because you bald. I forgot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting you bald. Yo, you a sneaky bald.
I'm not a sneaky boy.
You say that.
Y'all be
about
catfishing?
Yes.
Even when I had hair, I wore a hat.
No, I'm definitely bald under this hat though.
No,
Like,
but the crazy part, even when I've always worn hats. I've always collected and worn hats.
he was
since I
definitely hating in the
a
barbershop, and Keon was like, "You wish your hair looked like this," and I'm like, maybe he do.
teenager. Leah, how was your week?
My week was pretty good. I took off a lot of days of work because it was my birthday last weekend.
Yes, sir. Last
so this
Sunday.
weekend started off great.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Capricorn.
I'm old, 38. Girl, you're
Yes.
wise. Right here.
You're wise. That's what that is.
Yeah,
She
I've
been
been auntie.
Yeah,
Been
technically by
auntie.
the age range, yes.
Since I was 7, I've been auntie. That's real fact. Shout out my niece Drea, my nephew Brian.
Shout out to the nephew and the niece.
Yes, we was elementary school together.
Nieces. I apologize.
Anyway, yeah, my week was cool, and I'm excited about it. How was your week?
How was your week, Keith?
My week was good, bro. Work was cool. I'm trying to recap, like, cause I was stuck on last week. Like, I did a lot last week with Leah's birthday and all. We did a lot. Let me say that. So it was a good week though. It started off a little bit slow, but I actually had a good week. I was being a baddie the other day watching that show Wags on Netflix.
Wags?
That's my shit. I was in the room being a baddie with a glass of wine.
What's
You hear me?
Wags?
It's wives and girlfriends that come on Netflix. It's like Chad Ochocinco's fiance.
Yo, you was watching that.
Tyreek Hill's wife. Rick Ross' baby mother, the chick, Yes Jules, they used to work with Ye.
Okay.
Cats, it's like Love and Hip Hop, Miami all over again.
Wives.
Yeah, I was in the house being a baddie, and I ain't gonna hold you, it took me everything in my power not to watch it last night. I love that show, and judge me if you want, but judge your mother too.
I can't clap to that.
You know what I'm saying? I had a good week, man. Saturday was fire. Went to Jeff's actual event today. Went to that.
Shout out to Jeff.
Yeah,
yes, that was
I
amazing.
learned a whole lot. If y'all haven't tapped in with Jeff for your financial needs and things like that, tap in with
And
Jeff.
we also have a pod with him. I think I can't remember the number, but it's called Paid in Literacy. So check that out.
Check that out.
He definitely dropping some jewels.
It was amazing.
It was really good, and the spot was
The
fire.
venue was crazy.
Yeah, the venue was
Yes.
dope on Charles Street. I had a good time.
Stemming Mine. Shout out that was a black owned venue.
Yeah.
So shout out to Stemming
Yeah, Stemming
Vine.
Vine.
We need
That's
to talk to them and get some connections happening.
Yeah, that joint was fire though, bro. So overall, I had a good week.
How about yourself?
My week
You?
was cool. I no complaints. Just working, getting to it, and we're here. And this is what I look forward to every Saturday. I look forward to meeting with y'all. Y'all are more than friends. Y'all have become family. So I look forward to this stuff.
Yeah, it'd be Saturday. Be like a vibe. It'd be a whole thing. Even when we don't do nothing after the fact, it's just the pod in general. Like this shit is it's a job, but it's not. It's a job that I look forward to doing.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I love cutting hair. Don't get me wrong, but this is more.
This
It's
is where
work,
it's at,
and people just be thinking that this shit just be like, yeah, all y'all do is sit down and talk.
Nah, that's
Bitch,
real work.
fuck you. I don't even know what other word to say. Bitch, fuck you.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
I was looking forward to meeting up with everybody. Like,
Yeah, this shit is like this.
my
my
sister was like,
little-
"Oh, what you doing today?" I'm like, "Oh, I got a pod today." She's like, "Oh, you in it?" And I'm like, "No, I'm the cameraman, but it's fun."
Nah, you a part of the fucking pod. Like certain shit make shit go together. Lights, Leah, you. That shit is a complete piece. Like sometimes Leah gotta use her neck to do like this.
Yeah, it's like we
Yeah.
want everybody to just kind of focus on what they got.
Their task,
'Cause if
whatever that may be.
I felt like we was putting too much on Leah to have to pay attention to that.
God,
And we had a few fuck ups,
I didn't mind. Truly, I really didn't.
but still. But overall, my week was good, and let's get into these topics.
all right.
I already named this pod called Buckle Up.
Yes, well, buckle up, everybody, because Big D is back in office, and I don't mean to
Oh,
get
Whoa, no, it's Big T.
Please pause
Big
that.
T, Big D.
Nah.
Whoa.
What up,
Donald
motherfucker?
Trump.
Big Bird?
We're not gonna start the pod off saying Big D is back in town. Start that over.
Let's try that again. His name is Big T. It's Big T.
Big T, y'all. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Big T is back in office.
Big
He signed a bunch of bullshit executive orders. A lot of shit. I'm laughing and joking now, but it's a lot of disheartening shit that he signed back into. That he signed in his executive orders. A lot of things regarding immigration. A lot of things regarding pollution. Withdrawing us from the World Health Organization. A lot of different regulations. So, what do you guys think about it?
Well, for me, I think we kind of already predicted some of this stuff. If you was following the whole election, the Project 2025 kept coming up, and a lot of these things that he's doing was with in that document. I think it's like and forgive me out there, yeah, I don't know. It was like an 8,000 page document on like what they wanted to do as far as once he got back in office. But reversing a lot of things was in that. So to me, it's just like, this isn't new. I mean, it's fucked up. You've kind of evaporated some things. Don't get me wrong, though. I think some things should be shaken up, absolutely. But a lot of the
some
stuff
of the
that
shake up ain't really like shake up. Like the nigga spoke on tariff. You know what I'm saying? That's through Mexico and Canada as far as goods coming into the country, putting a
tariff,
imposing 25%, and he said he did it due to the fentanyl crisis. Nigga, that shit gonna get here either way.
Yeah.
You stop goods, they'll send it in a cow. You feel what I'm saying? On a boat, in a well. Did you see the joint where they had the artificial well in the ocean? It was an artificial well that the cartel
built
and was getting drugs into the country. Like that shit.
They gonna always find. That's the thing about crime. Crime is always gonna adapt.
But chat, like
whatever they put out, crime is gonna adapt.
Yeah, but they always gonna adapt. But if you think for 1 second that the government don't know what the fuck is going on when it come down to drugs, fuck them.
You gonna disappear? If he disappeared, we know what happened.
Yeah, my family know what my life is.
If he go outside and for some reason his brakes don't work.
Hey,
but anyway,
I appreciate you if you do come up.
Some of the early stage has to do with like the mining and the oil drilling, like going into Alaska, drilling.
Well, hold on, before we move to that,
drilling.
I just wanna mention this because you brought up the tariffs thing. I want y'all to understand out there, like, just out of common sense, if Keon is the importer and I raise prices for Keon is essentially going to do what? Raise what?
Prices for everybody.
And then who is going to pay for that?
Everyday man.
Thank you. And I don't know why people don't understand that shit. Like, I've seen countless videos where people are like, no, China's going to pay for it. It's like, yeah, they're going to pay for it, but then they're going to just raise their prices to just offset it to have us pay for it.
And in turn, we pay for it.
Exactly. But go ahead and continue, Leah. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I just was talking, I was just reviewing again some of it, because like you said, it was like, what, an 800-page document.
800, there it is, yeah.
And then a lot of it has to do with oil and gas drilling. He's drilling offshore. He's drilling in like the wilderness, Alaska, protected populations.
A lot of shit that's going to affect the earth.
Yes.
This is like, all right.
People look so short-sighted when it comes to the earth, but like we really have limited quantity of resources.
Yes. But I'm going to say this, right? And this is just me thinking, and I've always thought like this when it came to the earth. Like your body, right? When you get sick, what does your body do? It fights shit off, right?
Right.
So in my mind, that's how I feel like that's what global warming is.
Yeah.
Like we are the parasite on the earth, and the earth is just fighting back. Like, all right, you motherfuckers are doing too much.
Right.
And I'm trying to save myself, so this is what I'm going to have to do to save myself. So it's like when you're doing the drilling and all that shit. I mean, we already seeing what hotter winters. Or longer, like hot streaks in the sense when it's supposed to be cold.
Right.
Or we seeing
just ice caps are melting off.
Like down south, it's snowing for the first time.
All these wildfires, yes. All these natural disasters that keep coming up.
It's a bunch of shit that's just. It just supports the evidence that global warming is a real thing. But it's like these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. It's like, yo, I want to make money. I'm going to make as much money as I can.
Then he revoked the joint that Biden did with the prescription drugs.
That's crazy too.
Like with lowering the cost. So he boosted that shit right on back up.
And that really disgusts me because you know how many of our elderly people live on fixed incomes? That means they literally have this dollar amount. They don't have no flexibility every month to live off of. And you really just targeting that population. I think that sucks.
I don't even think it's just targeting the population. What I think is I'm sorry, it's just more of like, remember Time? You ever see the movie Time with Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's what they're trying to do in a sense. Like you're trying to limit resources, or let me use that word. You're trying to limit resources so the people who can't essentially afford those things eventually they're gonna die off. Yeah. And whatever land or sections or whatever they live in, y'all gonna take that and y'all gonna build on it and make, money or whatever y'all do with it from, these people dying off. It's like essentially I think they want these people dying off in order to capitalize off of these certain areas that people live in.
People say the same thing about COVID. That's what it was. It was targeted to eliminate certain populations.
I wouldn't be surprised. I definitely agree with that. I don't think anything is like, at this point, like, I don't think anything is a coincidence. Like, I had this conversation with somebody before, and I said, yo, sometimes I think we live in a simulation, bro. Like, it's just like, because for some people that really try to control the narrative with their life, it's like they keep hitting wall after wall after wall after wall. You would think with the consistency, you would eventually get to a certain point
and find a loophole.
Yeah, find something within that. Like, and I just like, sometimes like, and I'm not saying this to discourage anybody. This is just thoughts, and I'm not even saying this or putting this on myself. But sometimes I just feel like, yo, is this like where we just meant to be? Is this where we peak at? You know what I'm saying? As a society,
we need a whole conspiracy part because what the fuck is deja vu, yo? Why do we get that? You ever get deja vu and be like,
I think that's because what the fuck is it? And that shit is
Like,
scary.
Like especially when you know for a fucking fact I did this already.
Yeah, I was like, Robin,
No, but have you ever like called it though?
No, I've definitely called it like if I was in my house, and mind you, I'll be in my house on the phone with a friend, and I'm like, I've done this before.
No,
This
that's
is
not what I
deja
mean.
vu. Like,
I mean like called it to the sense where like you realize it and you be like, this is for instance, Keon about to come around this corner.
And then he hit the fuck out.
oh,
and I'm like, yo, like that shit is mad scary.
I've
you know what I'm
never done
saying?
that.
Like, I've done that
I thought
before.
you meant call it like, oh, this shit has happened before.
No, I guess it's deja vu because I've dreamt about it before.
Okay.
So it's like when he come around the
You are
corner.
locked another level, nigga.
Yo, I've done that shit on several. No bullshit. I've done that shit on several different occasions. Like I remember one time I was driving somewhere and it just started feeling familiar, and I'm like,
I've done that before.
yo, it's about to be a car that's about to come out of the fucking nowhere. And then I remember like I'm just like, let me get over. Boom. And then this car, boom, and just come out of nowhere. And I'm like, damn, I'm glad I got over.
So I wasn't necessarily like I've had a moment like that, but I necessarily didn't call it out. If it has happened, I'll be like, damn, that's deja vu.
Yeah, most people call it out after it happens.
Yeah, I'm like, damn,
But for me, it's just like I get that feeling that something feels familiar, and then it's like, nah, something's not right. But that's a good point, Leah. Of like, is this the system glitching? But anyway, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, we're gonna do a whole conspiracy part, yo. Stay tuned.
But
y'all conspiracy theorists?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Okay.
But I definitely
don't know.
agree with you in the sense of like, not agree, but I don't even know why I said that. But I feel like a lot of these orders
So you
are
don't
just
agree with me?
no. It's not that I don't agree with you. That's just like,
I don't even know why I said that.
I don't know what I
I don't know why I said that
fucking
either.
crazy.
No, but
Big T.
no, I was trying to get back to the topic.
Big T.
I was trying to get back to the topic. Damn, my point was like another thing that he did was the DEI thing.
Which was disgusting.
Crazy.
He laid off a bunch of people who got in through DEI programs, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion.
and sent them back.
Put them on paid leave. A lot of stores like Target, Walmart, Facebook, Amazon, they're rolling back their DEI programs, and it's a bad thing. But I think the most irritating part of that whole situation is like, yo, these programs wouldn't have to exist if these circumstances weren't real. Meaning, like, if there wasn't these moments of, like, it's a difference from having moments of discrimination throughout, like, history, right? Like, oh, in 1999, this company discriminated.
Yo, listen, it's white immigrants too. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's only targeted towards the black and the brown people.
Absolutely.
If y'all motherfuckers, not y'all, but if y'all motherfuckers pay attention, it's not targeted to the immigrants from Russia and shit like that. It's isolated towards Hispanics and blacks. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's no secret to what it is. Like, if motherfuckers open their eyes and just see what the fuck is going on, you'll be a lot better off. It's not designed for you and I to win.
Right, no facts. But this is the point
If you're
I was
not rich
trying to
already,
make.
it's fuck you.
This is the point I was trying to make.
It is.
They try to discredit it, and I'm just like, no, there are countless examples of it. It's not like there are moments where it just happened here and there. And then my example was like, if Keon, let's say, you know, the barbershop you work at, Razor's Edge, did something in the 1999, and then in 2015 there was another incident of discrimination. Like, okay, that's just moments. There's a consistency of it. You know what I'm saying?
Daily. It's not
right.
even like
It's like
monthly or yearly.
There's a consistency.
It's daily.
So this is why these programs come into effect, because there's a consistency of it. It's not like, again, it's not like this shit is just happening here, there, maybe, you know, maybe sometimes, maybe not. There's a consistency with the discrimination of hiring black and brown people.
I mean, yeah, but you know why they keep getting away with it? Because at the same time, if there is a discrimination against that, guess what? We are their biggest supporters at times. Think about it.
Not at times, all the time.
Yeah, we're their biggest supporters.
Yeah.
So if the shit ain't gonna get right if motherfuckers don't grow a backbone. So if we their biggest supporter, they like, shit, they not even correcting it. It's a select few that's saying that this is wrong, when the masses is like, shit, he ain't do it to me, so they cool with it. So that makes you a supporter of the shit.
Yeah.
So that's our fault.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is. Like, I don't like to get on my black power shit, but facts are facts. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like, and I don't hate anybody, but nigga, I keep my eye on certain people.
Yeah.
Just put it like that. I keep my eye on certain people. I know your characteristics because you and I are alike in the sense of our skin tone. So I know I keep my eye on that motherfucker over there who don't look like me.
Yeah. I mean, that's a cultural thing. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like...
Nah, it's niggas that go out here and be like, let me go give Joe Blow over here my money versus dealing with somebody that looks like me because you feel as though he not gonna fuck
But
you
now
over.
that
No,
no, be yeah.
No, yeah.
It all ties in together.
But...
Because we are the people that put this shit into power, aren't we? In a sense. Like when we vote on certain things, we are the people that put this shit into power.
Yeah, that's true.
So you feel as though that this person could do better. Like ultimately, at the end of the day, this is the last thing I'm gonna say on this because I hate politics and shit like that. This is the last thing I'm gonna say on that. Like we put that nigga in office.
No, we didn't.
We did.
When I say we, I didn't say that you did. When I
You
say
right there because that's what you did.
No.
Vote.
Who?
So I like a vote is a vote for Trump.
you know
You
what?
voted for him then.
You know if I voted or didn't vote?
Did you vote?
Fuck no. I don't
Exactly.
believe in that shit.
So
Well, she got point.
Well, I would say in this
inaction is action.
I think in this election, a lot of black people
Definitely voted for Trump.
Kamala. Like I don't feel
And a
like
lot of black people voted for Trump as well.
Yeah, well, I
Not the majority, I think.
Right.
A lot. All right, so this is my thing, right?
But a lot of niggas voted for Kamala because she was just solely black.
Some people
No,
did.
because they were against his politics.
No, there were a lot.
Bigot.
No, there were a
He's a
lot.
brown motherfucker.
There were a
Bigot.
lot of. Listen, I'm not gonna debate this shit with y'all all night. There were a lot of motherfuckers that just voted for her on a sole fact of that she was just
she was
fucking
black.
black.
I believe so. I mean,
So
That's the same reason why some people voted for Obama because
Yeah, because
he
he
was
was
black.
fucking black.
well, yeah, a lot of people did vote. And
A lot of people voted for Obama because he was black.
Yeah, I've heard
And
that.
it felt
Also,
good.
Does that negate the fact that he was also highly qualified?
No.
No,
they
they
definitely
definitely
don't.
that.
No.
But
They
people
definitely
don't
don't.
read into know what their policies are and all that. They be like,
And
he
that's
not
the problem.
white, he black, vote for him.
That's the problem.
So why y'all bring that up with us, but you don't bring that up for white people who just voted for Trump because he white?
I agree with that.
Because them crackers
All
don't
them
do
bigots
that.
in the middle and the fucking
They
Midwest
gonna do that.
voted for him because he's white.
And they believe
All the
in
bigots
it.
here.
Yeah, they believe in his fucking policies.
But listen.
The
Let's
fuck?
let's bring it home.
That's why I'm debate politics. That shit be goofy as fuck to me. I don't listen. That shit weird.
I mean-
But it also affects our whole life. It affects
Yeah, it
everybody. It
does.
affects our
Yeah,
kids.
it's
It's going to affect our
It's
kids.
gonna affect the kids, yeah.
That's why I said in the shop earlier. I said, "Yo, this is a money grab. This is what I feel like this presidency is. It's a money grab. It's going to make people who are already rich even richer.
Richer, yes.
Sure.
Elon Musk Nazi ass.
And we definitely about to have an influx of seeing, self-made millionaires, but people gonna have to get down with the get down. It's like state property. You either get down or you lay down. That's what these next 4 years are about to be like. You get what I'm saying? You either get with this shit or you
And
don't.
he know this is last four, so he really won't put his balls on the table.
Yeah, but like I said before, and this is where I'm gonna end it. I think we're gonna see some of the most civil unrest that we've ever seen in human history
Absolutely.
in these next 4 years.
Absolutely.
That's what I think we're going to see. But the shit we seen in civil rights may not compare to the shit we about to see in these next 4 years, depending on how this presidency goes.
Yeah,
Because
buckle up, buttercup.
Yeah, buckle up. Yeah.
Buckle up. This is the title episode.
Yeah.
What we got next, Leah?
Well, Nelly performed at the inauguration.
All right, so look, right, we're going to do this. We're going to come back to this Nelly topic, and we're going to take a quick break, cool our heads a little bit, because politics can get difficult, and we'll be right back.
You might be fine.
Alright, y'all, we back. Keon just got some breaking news. It's very disturbing. We're not going to share it. But,
Nothing personal with me.
yes, one of
Do you
you.
want a revolution?
Somebody near and dear to him.
Right. But, we left off talking about Nelly and him performing at the inauguration. At first, my perspective was different, but we talked about it in the shop, and I think you had a valid point with saying, like, he kind of already told us where he kind of stood at. The bag is the bag.
So everybody got praised.
Everybody got praised. I'm sorry, everybody.
What did he get paid though?
We don't know, but I'm just saying it must have been enough for him to
perform,
overlook the.
Because now he ain't broke. Let's not start there. Now he is not broke.
He's not broke. But at the end of the day, he is an entertainer.
And a bag is a bag.
And he never proclaimed to be anti-Trump, pro-Trump. He never said any of these things.
That's true.
He never did.
So I got a question. Does Snoop perform as well?
He did not perform.
Okay.
He was at a separate event at a crypto, which he is heavily involved in crypto.
Okay.
Nelly has never made a claim to be pro-Trump or anti-Trump.
Right.
The nigga performed at a award. I mean, at the inauguration, and he get kicked in his back for performing at it. Me going to get a bag has nothing to do with the fuck that man stand for. He's providing for his family. He is an entertainer. If
But you got standards. You could perform anywhere in the world.
I was going to say,
anywhere in the world.
Hold
you
on.
chose that.
There was because the bag probably was bigger.
Yeah, the bag
you
was
gonna
probably
turn down? Yo, you think I wouldn't cut? I'm a barber. You think I wouldn't cut Trump head for $5,000 a haircut versus cutting one for $35 because of somebody's political standpoint? Fuck what you think. I gotta feed my family. What he thinks as a person,
That's alarming.
No, yeah, call it what you want to call it. I cut a lot of motherfuckers' head that I don't like.
I think it comes down to this, in my opinion. Like,
go get your money, nigga.
Think of it like
it's such a selfish viewpoint.
It's a movie with Mark Wahlberg. I can't remember the movie. Hold on. Let me get this point out. In the movie, the guy's like, yo, you make sure you have your fuck you money, right? Meaning like, I had so much money that I could tell you to fuck off. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time,
I got enough pride to tell you to fuck off.
Niggas go to jobs every fucking day that they fucking hate. They hate their boss, and their boss talk to them crazy. But they know they need that paper, and they get up and they take their ass to work.
And they don't have the fuck you money.
This was a choice. Nelly's not broke, and he had a choice to go or not
hold on. Let's get back. I want to get back to my point. You're absolutely right. Nelly definitely has enough fuck you money to where he could have turned down whatever they was offering, unless the number was so astronomical. It was just like, yo, I can't.
Listen.
But at the end of the day,
let me
finish my thought.
Do we know how much money Nelly got?
No, we don't, and that's my point. Let me give you.
We don't know how much money that nigga got.
I got you. Let me get to my thought. I got you. Let me get my thought. Fuck, you made me lose my train of thought.
You was talking about fuck you money.
I was saying that we don't know what he was paid, and it must have been enough money for him. And like you said earlier, I don't think we've ever seen Nelly, at least publicly, say what his political affiliation was, right? Because the way he explained it was that he says it's an honor. He had people in his family that was in the military, and he looked at. Yeah, and that could be like, and some people say that's bullshit, but that could be very valid. Like, some people have enough respect for
the United States as a whole
that they do shit like that. Like, and it's real, because you have certain political figures who, I guarantee you, they want to say fuck you to Trump. Like, yo, fuck you, you ain't shit, you ain't about shit. No. But at the end of the day, they still hold a professional relationship with those Republican people who support him, and him, because they honor the office in a sense.
Yeah, because he at the end of the day, rather he want to be he made a choice when he decided to become Nelly and stop being Carnell.
Mm-hmm.
He's a public figure. You still have it, not saying a duty to Trump. You still have a duty to people as a whole. So if this bag
I wasn't saying duty.
You do, in a sense. I'm not talking about the inauguration. I'm talking about as a whole. Like, when people buy your tickets, you have an obligation to show your motherfucking ass up. So on and so forth. Yeah. So he had an option to say, "Hey, yes, I'm gonna take the money and go perform at the inauguration and do it for whatever reason that he chose to do it." it's niggas that I'm sure there probably was so many people that was in them comments calling him a sellout and so on and so forth, and it's broke as fuck, and if they was given that opportunity, they gonna get their ass up there and do it. I don't believe that he tap danced. He performed a service. He got paid for that service rendered and called it a day. You say Nelly's not broke. We don't know his financial situation. It costs a lot to maintain that lifestyle.
Right.
He doesn't rap anymore. Nelly doesn't
You don't
rap.
have to live that lifestyle to not be broke.
But Nelly don't rap no more.
I mean, he don't, but in the same sense, I get
He
with.
can have other endeavors.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know. You speculate saying Nelly not broke. What if Nelly is broke and it's just not public record?
Well, I don't. Listen.
And that was his only opportunity?
No. I don't think that's the only opportunity.
That was
just one opportunity.
That was the opportunity that paid the biggest bag, and you won't go get it.
I think ultimately it's just when you got money and you have a way of thinking, it just comes down to a moral code at that point.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's not to
morality.
say, but at the end of the day, it's not to say that his moral code might not in terms support Trump, but like he said, his moral code might just support the idea of America in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, I don't want this motherfucking office, but I still respect. Like, I don't know if I can say this. I'm gonna say it. If there are people at my job who I know for a fact I don't like in certain supervisor positions, but because they have that rank, I respect the rank. I might not necessarily respect the man, but I respect the rank. So it could be for him, it could be in that same light.
I might not respect in your off hours, you gotta show up and supervise whatever they got going on off hours. I can still respect the presidency as a role as a civilian without showing up and buying a ticket and going to the inauguration.
Absolutely.
And pledge and crossing my hand.
But for him, but you're different from him.
His performance didn't stop the inauguration. He was already president.
His mindset it could be different. It's like, here I am, a young black man that made it out of a circumstance. I was able to become a millionaire. I was able to do certain things for my family. And now I have a president who's asking me to perform. Yes, I may not technically associate myself with this political party, but I'm going to still do this out of the sense of who I am as a man and where I come from. Like, this is a moment that in my lifetime I probably would have never imagined could happen for me. You get what I'm saying? That might be his thought process. I mean, if I'm him personally, I wouldn't do it, but that's just me.
Yeah, how many other people from St. Louis got called up there?
Probably none. I know they ain't called Murphy Lee. Sorry, Murphy. That's no.
Did they ask Sexy Red to perform at the
No,
inauguration?
they didn't.
She from St. Louis too?
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
In general.
Yeah.
You got your bag. I hope it was worth it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, he will figure out what side of history he stands on.
Yeah.
What we got next, Leah?
A$AP Rocky. He chose.
This is the stupidest shit.
Do you think it was? I don't know.
Because I seen the video. It could be. I don't know.
So
his wife a billionaire.
That's why I'm like, why was charges even brought against him? Like,
this is before he was married.
Okay.
This is before
when he was in London.
Hold on, they got married.
Look,
I think they
married. Yeah, I think they married.
It was secretive, but
when he was going to court, they said
it wasn't. It was from L.A. The incident he had in L.A.
Yeah, and when he was in court, the judge was like, "Is this his wife?" And his lawyer was like, "Common law." He was like, so the judge was like, "Well, technically, it's not his wife, even though it's common law. So we're not going to refer to her as the wife."
Right.
Was said.
They got married.
Is what was said. Now, have they gotten married since then? I don't know, but I know during those court proceedings, that was literally what came out the judge's mouth.
Pull up the link that I sent you and tell me what the plea deal was, because he turned down the plea deal.
So it says A$AP Rocky takes assault case to trial and rejects a plea offer of 180 days
in jail.
In jail for 3 years probation. Some people believe this is stupid because if found guilty, he could be looking at serious time.
What you think? I mean, like being from, on your side of things, and me constantly seeing this play out in certain spaces. Either he just really believes he's innocent of the situation, which that's fair, But this is what I tell people about the law. The law doesn't reflect in common sense a lot. So a lot of people, like, remember you had somebody call me and they was like, yo, somebody breaking my house, I can shoot them. I said, yeah, as long as they're a threat. The moment they turn around and run away, they're no longer a threat. And or if you are upstairs and they are downstairs,
they're not a threat.
They're not a threat to you. So if you in turn kill them, you're going to jail. But common sense would say, you breaking my shit,
I'm gonna blow your brains
out.
Right.
You don't understand. You're not thinking of all the intricacies and technicalities and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you broken my shit. I got this gun. I'm gonna blast your ass. You know what I'm saying? But the law says, well, no, you can't technically do that because the person wasn't a threat. They turned around, they ran. Or you was upstairs. Did they ever come upstairs? No. So you took yourself downstairs and then shot them. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that's what I think is. I don't know if that's what's happening. I don't know if his lawyer. I mean, I'm pretty sure he got a top-notch lawyer. He got to have a top-notch lawyer. So his lawyer's probably advising him properly.
And that's probably the main reason why
he's not taking the plea.
Why he's choosing to not take this plea.
Yeah.
Because if he knew there was no way out of that, and top-notch lawyer or not, he couldn't, beat this case and or get something that makes sense to him. Mm-hmm. Then he wouldn't be taking it to trial. He's not the average criminal to take shit to trial trying to think they smarter than the average bed. This nigga is a nigga with money who can find a lawyer that's smarter than the average bed to get up out of there. But I think ultimately, a broke man, rich man, nobody wants to fucking go to jail. I don't care if it's 180 days or 180 minutes. Yeah. Nobody wants to do that.
Jail, yeah.
That's a terrifying feeling.
I just read the actual what happened. Apparently he was in a scuffle with one of his childhood friends. During the scuffle, a gun went off and a bullet grazed his friend's knuckles.
Well, that's not a friend.
Well, something I think it was him and Barry. ASAP Barry that got into. I think.
So who pressed charges?
The friend.
The friend.
That's wild. Though. That's not your
friend.
But sometimes that doesn't matter. The friend might not press charges. The state can still press charges, even though.
Yeah, but the cops got to come in order to make that.
They gonna still do their investigation.
Yeah, and guess what? As my man, we don't know.
I mean, that may so be true, but they got a video.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so
this video that I see is not clear. Is it a clear video?
Not really, no.
Yeah,
it's not clear.
And ASAP reason for declining the plea deal was because he said it's going to affect his endorsements and things like that in his career.
Which is rightfully so. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
It's a bigger picture for him. So I get it. And as my man, if you my man, and we got to a scuffle when the gun went off, nigga. You know the vibes. Like, you my man. You know the vibes.
I mean, I don't think...
lose nothing out of this deal.
I think from when the incident happened, I don't think Barry, if I remember it properly, I don't think he pressed the charges. Like I said, I think it was...
He probably did. The state probably did pick it up. But I'm just saying, in the event that...
Yeah, I don't think he's going to say nothing. But they got the footage. So it's just like, what can you really do?
Yeah, let's try that.
But I think it happened in L.A., right?
Yeah.
In LA, the gun wasn't illegal from my understanding, so...
Not from what I'm saying.
And I think LA has a stand your ground law, so depending on how they spin it, you get what I'm saying, you never know.
And I hope it work out just fine.
I think it is. I think he'll be fine. I don't think it's going to be like a Tory Lane. I'm telling you, if he was to go to jail, I would be shocked and appalled.
Well, this next lawsuit is near and dear to my heart because Chris Brown, I ride for you, Chris. Anyway, he's suing Warner Brothers because they defamed his character.
In that documentary.
Yes, in that documentary, which I thought was such clickbait and bullshit. And it's like, why did y'all decide to bring this out? Why now?
Sidebar, before we even dig into that, right? I didn't like how people was trying to compare it to the Drake situation.
What?
I'm like, people were saying like, what they were saying, it was like, oh, you call this one, living in your truth, but you call this one like being a bitch. But I'm like, yo, they're totally two different situations. Because I think my response to it was like, when did UMG make a documentary about Drake being a pedophile?
Right.
They didn't.
They did. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, the thing that Chris did his time, and I think we've had this conversation before. Like, when do we as society let things go? Even the person that
time's over,
right? Even the person that he experienced that experience with has forgiven him.
Right.
They were young. He was 17, I think, at the time. 17, 18, 19. They were young. From my understanding, she wasn't completely innocent in the scenario. Don't get me wrong. You should still never put your hands on a woman.
No, she wasn't. And she admitted to that.
Yeah, we are not advocating for any type of domestic violence.
Right. We are advocating for rehabilitation. That's what
and that's what happened with Chris. And I don't understand why people keep trying to paint this picture of him.
Because people don't have nothing better to do, bro. That's
Yeah, I mean, you said that last time. Yeah,
people's life revolve around other people's shit, but you ain't putting your shit out there. Whatever your shit may be.
Yeah,
you live for
a negative comment.
A negative comment to comment, and if that was me, nigga, cut it out.
Yeah. I'm just kind of
cut it out.
I'm just kind of tired of
people. Just really need to cut it out.
Always coming back up, but I support him suing them because at some point when we gonna let this shit go, bro?
Right? Yeah, like what?
Like Chris is almost 36.
Yeah, 15 years.
Motherfuckers did worse than
he
that.
Had 7 tours. He didn't moved on. He done did better and better shit.
Like people done way worse.
Chris is one of the greatest performers.
All right, I'm gonna say this. Right?
Trey Songz keep going back and forth to court for sexual allegations that he's not, and that shit is wilder.
Y'all niggas still listen to R. Kelly. What the fuck is going on? What are we talking about?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So why the fuck y'all got this young man?
Hell no.
You don't listen.
I don't listen either.
That shit come on.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all niggas
no, you can't say y'all.
Robert gets
niggas ain't bitches because I still listening to a little step in the name of love here and there, baby Lincoln and honey love and so on and so forth. But it's like the shit is good to your ears when you want to hear a little Robert Kelly sometimes.
The shit, but it's
like when you think
for me, I can't.
Don't get me wrong. Sometimes in the back of my head, you like, damn, was he talking about a young girl at this point?
Yes, he was. But ain't nothing but a number, bitch. He was talking about underage bitches.
That was Aaliyah.
Well, he wrote that for her.
But she was still young.
Well,
she was still young.
But hold on, but let's get
All right, we got sidetracked. Sorry.
Let's get back to Chris. I support the lawsuit because, again, like I said, it's time to move on. He has done what he was supposed to do. I don't think Chris has had too many incidents since then with domestic violence.
If it was false.
No, he was fighting.
Any allegations.
He was fighting niggas.
Yeah.
He was turning up on niggas.
And two, I think the sad part of it all is that, not even that. This is what I was going to say before we got sidetracked. I noticed too that certain demographic of people who always bring his issues up, they always look the same. It's either them or it's like these positive affirmation. And don't get me wrong, I love positivity. I do believe in affirmations. But it's like the people who are kind of using it, and because I think there's a thing of being, I think there's a thing of positive toxicity. Meaning, like, there are people who will
hide behind as a guys.
Exactly. Prime example. And I hope you don't burn me for this because I fuck with you and I love you. Please don't DM me saying no crazy shit.
You can scope those people out.
I had a friend who used to block niggas like that, right? She would just block them. So one day she hit me. She was like, yo, I'm having a hard time dating. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I said, yo, what happened to the last person? She was like, man, this nigga took a picture with his baby mother. No, he didn't take a picture. He posted a picture of his baby mother and his kids and said, best mom in the world. And I said, yo, maybe they have a great co-parenting situation. And she was like, nah, I don't trust it. Like, I'm protecting my energy. I said, I get that, but I'm like, did you at least have a conversation with him? No. Why not? Because why would he post her if something wasn't still going on? They have kids together. He maybe posted her to show his respect and his love for having a co-parent who is a great parent to his children. I said, it doesn't mean that they're still involved. They just might have a great co-parenting relationship. She was like, no, I ain't got time for that. I gotta stay positive and protect my energy. I'm like, yo, you keep trying to hide behind this positive vibe shit, and that's why you blocking your blessings, because you're not having any conversations with these people.
Yeah, that's not a positive vibe.
Yeah.
That's you being scared.
I mean, that's a part of it, but it's like you're using this whole, I'm trying to stay, I want to protect my peace.
Well, you might as well block everybody.
It's a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo, I noticed like you have a habit of doing that. Anytime controversy comes up, you don't even dive in to see what potentially could, why a thing's going the way they're going. Right. You instantly just say, I gotta protect my peace.
Avoidance.
Yeah, right. you could stay at 3 feet, the pool go up to 9 just to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I think when it comes to like his situation, I notice is those kind of people. Yeah. It's either these people. You know what I mean when I do that?
Let it go.
Yeah, or it's those extra super duper. I'm so positive, but then you see them when they in the when somebody say something about Chris Brown, like yo, like somebody might be like, yo, that shit was how long ago? 15 years ago. He did his time. He moved on. Oh, you're a part of the fucking problem. You're a fucking bitch. I'm like, what happened to the positivity?
Exactly.
What happened to the positivity?
Right.
Like,
what happened to the notion of forgiveness and rehabilitation? And
it's not about that. Yeah, it's not about that.
Yeah.
You are your worst sin when it comes to certain people.
Right. Having that hate in their heart. They just want to. It's hate.
Yeah. But I completely
I hope he wins that lawsuit.
I hope he wins that shit the fuck go.
Yeah.
And I hope he win.
What we got next, Leah?
Alright, so, and it's so crazy. So tonight's conversation is a popular podcast. I wanted to go see this podcast. It came to Baltimore a couple times.
They fucking frauds.
No, they're not frauds.
All of them niggas is frauds. They're frauds. Listen to me.
I've heard great things about tonight's conversation from men and
the
women.
cards.
They talk about like everybody's going crazy.
Like I want the little cards.
I want to be such a good fraud like that myself one day.
No, but I heard.
Let's get up here and lie.
Right.
I heard men have said, "Oh my God, have you heard tonight's conversation? Like, have you gone to this? Da da da." So anyway, guys, tonight, if you don't know, tonight's conversation is a podcast that talks about dating, relationships, just like life experience, whatever. They offer advice. It's a live podcast. They go from city to city and host different events. But anyway, unfortunately, some drama has unfolded with some of the castmates.
Because they're frauds.
Well, apparently they're fucking. So
and frauds.
And fucking can lead to drama. So something would you like to elaborate?
So did you click the link?
Yeah, I did.
All right. So like she said, they are a popular podcast who.
I was gonna buy a ticket for the last show.
Their reputation on that.
I ain't no lie.
What kind of genre can we call that? What is that? Relationship advice, love advice.
I guess we know that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's like a subgenre when it comes to now, and I'm gonna take it back. Right? I'm gonna take it back, but we're gonna take a quick break and come right back. Oh, we're back. All right, y'all, we back. We was talking about last people's conversation. What's up?
Tonight's conversation.
Tonight's conversation. I was going to take it back though, and this is when I kind of realized that.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
I have a real question. This is the one with the panel of men and women, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
make sure
yeah.
we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Right,
But
I got it.
I think so. I'm gonna go back to Derek Jackson and that debacle. Not Tito Jackson. You said, "Oh God." Oh, yeah, I did.
That was a mess.
Derek Jackson had women. You know how Kevin Samuels had us? That's how Derek Jackson had women.
Cooking with Kanye got people.
Yeah, like he had them in a chokehold. Women sending DMs like, "You need to be more like Derek. Derek, he loves his wife." You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Right.
that Derek.
Yeah.
Thank God I never followed him. I didn't know about him till after all his scandalous shit came out.
Right.
Come to find out, old boy was cheating on his wife the whole time. Matter of fact, the videos he was making where he was giving his advice, he was doing it outside of his mistress' house.
Multiple mistresses.
Multiple mistresses.
Jesus.
Not just one,
Multiple. Several.
Then his wife went on a podcast to talk about it. Then she did some weird. She was doing a lot of weird shit trying to get him back, essentially. But he ended up getting a divorce. But after and I say that to say after that incident, that's when I was like, yeah, these niggas is frauds. And I kind of already picked up on it because I'm like, yo, y'all, what's the word I'm looking? Pander to women in a certain way that's unrealistic. Right, which is why I could appreciate a Kevin Samuels, because I'm like, Kevin Samuels talks like how niggas literally talk in a barbershop, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like he says things that I can resonate with, because there have been times where I see an attractive woman and I'm like, I look at her head to toe, I'm like, damn, she got Gucci shoes on, that's a Louis Vuitton jacket. I know I could get her, but then I'm thinking like, that's a headache. I'm not gonna do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna do that to myself. Not saying I can't get her, but it's just like, you expensive. You're just gonna be another bill. You're gonna have a certain expectation. And I know somebody that kind of went through some experiences like that, because he portrayed himself a certain way. And when women would find out like he was a fraud, they would stop fucking with him.
Yeah, but because men and women like shiny shit.
Exactly.
Some, not all.
My problem with Kevin Samuels is he was just one person, so it's like you don't have that angel on your shoulder telling you the other side. Like, whereas though you're saying like, oh, he only seeing this one perspective, he don't have somebody else kind of balancing that out.
That's he did. You ever watched the full Kevin Samuels show?
I feel like he just had a bunch of people on that kind of. He was shitting on or like went along with his personality.
So the problem with Kevin Samuels was people just kept seeing the clips.
Rest in peace, first and foremost.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, that nigga died.
They kept seeing clips. No one ever actually watched the full episode. So he would allow people to dial in, right? Women to dial in to get advice, and a lot of women would come in wanting to start a fight. A lot of women didn't come in really wanting advice. They just wanted to tell them off. And that's why you would get those clips. And the crazy part, the clip that made him go viral wasn't even him talking to a woman. It was him talking to a man. When the man came on and he was like, he paused on this, but he was like, you got a big dick? And the nigga was like, what? He was like, you got a big dick. He was like, what you mean? He was like, so you don't got a big dick. So you need to make your money. He was like, you out here chasing these women when you need to be working at least 16, 17 hours a day making your money. You get what I'm saying? That's the clip that made him go viral. And then from that point on.
But is that even good advice? So you got a big dick, you don't need to go chase
he was saying to no.
You just think bullshit over
No. So the guy was calling.
You got that hammer, meaning you can fuck a bitch out of her fucking house.
No. So pretty much the conversation was the young man had called in to get advice, and he wasn't on his shit. So he was just like, well, unless you got something that women going crazy over, you not gonna last long. Like, yeah, you might get in their drawers, but you're not gonna keep nobody because you're not on your shit. You know what I'm saying? You might, pretty much he was saying, you might dickmatize somebody, but in hindsight, in long term, you're not gonna keep them. But then, from that viral clip, that's what got him on. But when tonight's conversation came about, it was really the one guy, I don't know his name. What's the guy that's always screaming in the camera?
I don't know that name.
The one with the gas?
But I feel
him.
I think his name's Trip.
We're like alternating.
No, Trip is the one.
Trip is the one I actually fuck with.
Yeah, I like Trip. I don't know the one.
I don't know the one guy, but the one guy with the gap, he would always like. It seemed like after
the host.
Yeah.
Ace Metaphor.
What's his name?
Or Ace Metaphor.
I guess. I don't know his name.
Oh, the guy that all of this shit is over.
Yeah.
The one who started it, Ace Metaphor.
All right, so he would always get on camera. Was like,
so he was fucking somebody. Was he fucking Mandy? Because Mandy just joined the cast. That's why I know Mandy.
Hold on.
I ain't got no input.
Yeah. Hold on. So he would get on camera and he would be like, you know why she not fucking with you? Because you not doing this, nigga. And you not doing that. And you not doing... And I'm like, here we go. We got another Derek Jackson.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it's Ace.
I'm like, it's just going to be a matter of time. I fuck with Trip because the one thing I noticed about Trip was Trip would always have solutions and accountability in his rhetoric. Mm-hmm. So it's not only am I giving you a solution, but I'm also holding you accountable to your bullshit. So I'm like, he the one that's really spitting. The rest of y'all niggas just loud. And then they had the therapist lady come on there. I don't know her name.
Kitty.
No.
Damn.
Is it
Why
Kitty?
the fuck are you taking advice from a bitch named Kitty?
It got.
I gotta put that in the
Oh, you talking about the light
Is it the light skin one?
No, Kitty is the light skin one. The
No,
dark
Kitty
skin.
is dark skin.
Kitty is dark skin.
This shit sound-
Keita Rose. Yeah, you're right. Keita Rose is the light skin.
This shit sound bogus. Like, yo, I don't know.
They're not licensed. Like they're not licensed.
Yeah,
counselors.
I thought
Kitty
Kitty
is
was.
licensed.
I thought Kitty was.
Kitty is a
Yeah, Kitty
Kitty
is
is
a
a
license.
You're
Right.
taking
Right.
advice from a
Right.
woman named
Right.
fucking Kitty.
Your name is Keon. What is the difference?
He's
What
not
is
giving
the
it.
I ain't giving advice. One.
Yes, you are. You a barber. You give life advice. You be
No, I
giving
don't.
advice.
Yo, I always say when I talk to my clients, I be like, me, I would. Now, if you choose to follow behind what Keon does, that's your business. I ain't getting on here and tell some, yeah, this K Boogie here, love your woman and treat her right, and then going out here and buying fucking prostitutes either.
Right.
Why the fuck are you seeking advice from somebody that don't know shit? It's personal experiences that they have,
Right.
and they telling you the opposite of what the fuck they did wrong, and trying to make it seem like they this great
That's
fucking
like,
thinker.
why do anybody listen to us? It's just another perspective.
No,
on
yeah,
things.
it is. But some people take this shit to heart and spit out shit
I
like.
want to say perspective
Why
and
don't
advice
you?
is two different
Why
things.
don't you? What's the guy in there that was cheating on his wife? What's his name? Kevin.
Derrick Rose. Derrick
Yeah.
Rose.
Why don't you act more like
Derrick
Derrick?
Jackson.
I've had somebody say that to me before.
Yeah, like what? Who the
Why
fuck?
don't you act more like Derrick
Who the
Rose?
fuck is Derrick?
I mean,
Derrick
Derrick, not
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Not Derrick. Sorry, Derrick Rose.
Who is Derrick Rose?
That's the NBA player.
Yeah.
That's
My
the one
fault.
that got stabbed. They say he rolled over with a knife. That he was laying in the bed and rolled over with a knife, but
Nah,
he really
I
got
don't
stabbed
think
by one of his
that.
girlfriends.
Who?
He played for Chicago. He
Yeah.
played. Yes.
Oh,
he
I
had
know
got
that.
stabbed back in the day by one of his fucking bitches. Trying to say he was laying in the bed cutting the apple and rolled over with a knife. That's
Oh,
one
I
thing.
didn't
That's what he said. Yeah, but I'm not taking advice from Derrick Jackson. Who the fuck are you on advice? That's your marriage.
But you need to be surprised by it. It don't matter who it could be. It could be anybody walking in the
But I
street
wanna
that might tell you something that resonates with you.
It's just
That's what I was gonna say. I
yeah,
think
it could resonate,
Right.
but I don't think
But
any
you haven't
man,
had discernment at that point.
I don't think any man or woman is gonna be receptive of you spitting some shit from another motherfucker's perspective. That's like me saying, yeah, why you don't cook like cooking with Kaya? Like, who the fuck is she to tell me how to cook? It's the
But
same
I want to say this
perspective.
too. I want to say this too. Perspective and advice are two different things. Perspective is like, this is the way I think. I'm not advising you.
These
to
niggas
think the
are
way I
advising.
think. This is the way I think. Yes,
They're advising.
They're
And they're advising out loud. But if I can,
It's called conversation. It's called tonight's conversation to gain different perspectives and maybe lend some advice. Now, whether or not you choose to accept that and take that into
But
your own
perspective-
But they were frauding.
But hold on. But still,
But who
but
said they
still.
were frauding? They could have had some valid advice.
But no, listen.
That don't mean they not perfect because they fucked up in their own personal life. Does that mean because what they told you not real? If they tell you to pay their taxes and the whole time they fucking around fucking with the IRS, do that mean what they told you of doing right is wrong?
No,
not
because
in
if
that
a crackhead tell me not to do crack, I'm gonna trust it. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I'm not
this
gonna
nigga
do
live on
crack.
the street.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do crack. But in the same sense, again, to go back to the idea of perspective and then advice, they were giving advice. They were telling people this is what you should do. This is how you should approach things. They weren't giving perspective. Perspective is different from advice. You can. I can give you perspective, but it doesn't mean I'm changing the way you think completely.
Right.
It's almost like a racist. You might give a racist a perspective of a racist person might be like all black people commit crimes, right? And you'd be like, well, statistically, most black people live in poor neighborhoods. Most poor neighborhoods don't generate enough money, and initially that's what leads them to crime. That's the perspective. You're changing the perspective. He might still think the way he think about black people, but now he might have a reason as to why black people commit crimes. Doesn't mean he's going to take the advice of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not giving.
You
practicing
can
what
give
y'all
me advice,
preach.
that don't mean I have to take it as well.
I mean, you
It's the
don't,
same
but
perspective.
people were taking the advice, and I actually fucked up at the end of my scenario. But anyway, people. But that's the problem. People were taking the advice.
So are they at fault for it? I'm giving
No,
you something.
you're not. They're not at
Yeah.
fault for it. I'm not saying they're not at fault for it, but it's hard to take advice from a person
Who's not practicing
what they preach.
but in the life
feel like
and the world
a lot
of
of
social
people give
media,
advice
people
not
don't
practicing
focus
what
on
they
that.
preach.
I mean, of course, yeah. That's
People
just
not
social
focusing
media.
on that. You have a group and you have an audience of women with a sprinkle of men in these audiences, and the women are going up there asking for genuine advice simply because they don't, i.e., don't know what to do.
I'm gonna say this.
Or they don't know if they should go to a homegirl, so they figure, oh, they're on social media, so they know what they're talking about.
I'm gonna say this, right? Because I've said this before. This goes back to a conversation I had previously about people just wanting people to tell them what to do. Prime example, and I've used this example before. Somebody asked me what was the score of the game last night when they got their fucking phone in their hand. And I'm like, you could just look up the fucking score
and
on your phone.
For conversation.
No, I get that. But that just, to me, that led to a bigger thought of people really just want people to tell them what to do, or they want people to tell or give them an answer,
or they want to relate to somebody.
No, that's not my point. I get that as well, but I'm saying for the most part, why they were so successful in doing what they wanted to do, people wanted to be. Somebody said this shit to me, and I don't know who said it. They was like, it was Jeff. Jeff had a very valid point in saying, like,
Jeff!
If I take advice, I know what I need to do. Like, if I want to lose weight, I know what I need to do. I need to eat better. I need to train 3 to 4 times a week. I need to have a sleep schedule. I can't eat out. I know what to do if I essentially want to lose weight and get to a certain body type I need to do. But I'm going to go to this person and ask for advice because, again, if that advice fails, then I escape that accountability. I can put that on that person.
Okay, so you're saying they're looking for scapegoats.
Exactly. It's like, baby girl, the nigga is telling you he want to be a rapper, but every time you come in the house, he on the couch. The nigga telling you he trying to get money, but he got to use your car and he never putting gas back in the motherfucker. Why do you need a person to tell you that? The signs are there for you to see.
I can agree with you in certain aspects of it. So certain things, yes, some of those situations or scenarios can be treated. That's the case. And also, it could really be like, I really don't know what to do. I don't have nobody else to relate to. I don't understand the situation. What would you do in this scenario? It really could just be having a conversation, looking for advice, looking for perspective. Mm-hmm. How would somebody else go forward in this situation? I mean,
just don't understand.
Give specific examples, whatever you want to do.
I don't understand that though, because and this is probably the difference between men and women. I really genuinely don't understand that, because if it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, what the fuck is it? A duck. I'm not gonna sit here and think anything other than this duck.
Everything is not black and white, especially in relationships.
Yes, it is.
It's never black and white in relationships. Never.
Yes,
see,
it's black and white in your mind. But it might be blue in someone else's mind.
Sometimes motherfuckers seek advice from somebody else and take that advice and run with it.
Yeah.
That be the problem. Right. It ain't the advice that they giving. You take that advice and treat it like the fucking Bible and say that.
Right.
Joe Blow told me that this is right and this is how we gonna do this. No, that was their experience with it. You take what they say and what you got on a plate and you apply it when necessary. Not take wholeheartedly what Tony told me and I say, you know what? This is what I'm doing in my relationship. Every person, that's what makes the world an amazing place, because everybody in every scenario is not the same. We both could rob a fucking bank, but the outcome is not going to be the same.
Correct.
It's never going to be the same. Tony's way of robbing a bank, hypothetically, may work for Tony, because Tony may be more bigger in stature and intimidating. I might go in the bank and do the same thing. They'd be like, little nigga, if you don't put that fucking gun down...
Yo, everybody's situation is so different, and it may just be like, yo, I don't want to fucking feel alone, because all my girlfriends are in these monogamous relationships, and all that boyfriends, because what they telling you is so great, they doing this and that. But meanwhile, my shit ain't so great over here.
Yeah, and they shit not great either.
Rocky, right? But nobody's gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
So maybe going on a platform where shit is a little raw, and they giving you maybe quote unquote the real, and some shit that you
they not being raw. They lying. They lying.
I hear you.
It's just another alternate perspective.
I hear you, but how much of the red flag can you ignore? That's the problem I had. When something is being done blatantly in your face, you cannot sit here and say you didn't know or you didn't have an inkling. Like, there have been plenty of times where I've talked to my female friends when something goes wrong, and I'll be like, well, what was the pattern? Oh, well, after 5 o'clock, I wouldn't hear from him. And you didn't think that was strange? Well, I thought it was strange, but he said that, you know, he be tired and he go to bed. Da, da, da. Didn't you say you seen him post at 9 o'clock? he posted on Instagram at 9 o'clock. So where's the sleep at? When he had been asleep? Right? Or, oh, we only seem to go out on Fridays. We don't do nothing the rest of the week. Like, what? What you mean? Why y'all you don't go over the crib? Nah, he say he be busy, or that's a red fucking flag.
Right, okay, now that's one topic.
How do you ignore that? How do you then go to a show and be like, yeah, so he said this and he said that.
Those are the topics that they highlight on television.
Then the host be like, well, baby girl, it seemed like he lying to you.
That's clickbait.
I'm just saying though, that's what people go on that show and do. Like, one of their viral moments was, remember the girl, I don't know if you remember, but it was a girl that went up there, she had, this is when
the jean jacket,
no bra, titties out, and the lady was like, well, you don't respect yourself.
Because you got your titties out.
You got your titties out. What you think gonna come with that? Like I always say,
that sparks a whole nother conversation.
Well, no, listen, and I always said there's a thin line between sexual, what they call it, freedom,
right,
and then just being like
sexual expression,
and just being
horrid.
Yeah, and just being
Man, all is crazy.
I mean, it's the truth.
Horrid.
It's the truth, but
There's a thin line between the two.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring up another topic that she brought up earlier. Like, this is a conversation that could have. To me, it's a lot deeper. How you said your homegirl thought it was a red flag, or that the dude she was talking to posted his baby mother with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't think she was wrong in that. To
it
me,
was Mother's Day.
Okay, I don't care what day it was.
See, we're about to go down a whole nother rabbit hole that I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. It's all about perspective.
Yeah, like
as your woman, I do not agree with that. Now you may say that's fine, and that's where a conversation needs to be had, and that's talking about boundaries, expectations, and relationships. What does your relationship look like? What's exactly going on in your relationship? But
the issue with that was there was no evidence to support what she was thinking. Other than this, hold on.
Are we talking about what they did or personal situations?
No. I'm just speaking to what she just spoke to. I'm just answering her question. When that whole conversation happened, they had been talking for months. There was no evidence to support that there was anything going on with him and his baby mother. He only posted this picture because they had a good relationship and it was Mother's Day, and he wanted to acknowledge that he had a good co-parenting situation. For the months that they talked up until that, he's always with her. Not the baby, I'm talking about my friend. He's always with her. They talk all the time. He's staying the night. There's no other evidence that would suggest.
There's not like I love you in the text messages.
Yeah, there's nothing that supports the rabbit hole that she went down. It was just she saw that picture and then it was like.
I use that all day, but as a man, if this is the opposite situation.
If I know the co-parenting situation, yes,
baby father,
I would be fine with it.
Really?
If the co-parenting situation is phenomenal.
Yeah, what do you think? Would you be fine with that?
Why would I be upset with that?
What?
With your girlfriend posting her baby father for Father's Day? The hesitancy let me know right there.
No, that doesn't, because it depends on, for me.
Take this situation.
I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you the answer.
And that other person being a solid person.
I don't need no alley-oop.
All right,
I'm gonna give you the answer.
Go ahead.
If I know for a fact that that's a solid father, because I'm around.
Right.
So therefore, I would know if he is, if he's not. Because if he's solid, guess what you're doing? Less complaining about that nigga. Or about what he's not doing when it pertains to the children.
Right.
So on and so forth. Yada, yada, yada. I see it, and you're not complaining to me, so that means that everything is cool. And I'm around 24/7. So when are you cheating when I'm asleep? With your baby father?
You'd be surprised. People be finding the craziest times to cheat.
Yeah. See, but you asked me a question and I'm answering the question. I really don't give a fuck. I don't live in that realm of fucking social media to where I paint this narrative of what I think this picture means. Mm-hmm. I'm not one of the people. I saw it, so I know. Niggas lie on social media 24/7. I'm on social media a lot. In the sense of scrolling, looking, blah blah blah. So I don't post a lot. When it's shit for the pod, Tony at me in it and to say add the story, I added the story. It's rare that I'm like, oh, like you don't know my day-to-day life for 6 months because I don't post it, because I don't live in that life. It's entertainment for me. That shit is like another form of TV. I don't live in that realm. That's me. I can't speak for other people. I don't give a shit about what's here. If you want to post that story and live that lie, I'll let you have it. But guess what I will say? I will say to my girlfriend, like, yeah, that was goofy. Because that's what I'm going to say.
So circle back. So do you think it's goofy posting the partner or whatever?
The kid's mother?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
so y'all think it's okay.
That's they're in it. Like, I have 2 children. I have an amazing kid's mother. I just personally don't post my kid's mother. It has nothing to do with a relationship. I just don't. That's my personal life.
Tony, you have more than one kid's mother. Would you post them on social media?
I have.
While you're in that relationship?
Yes, I have.
Really?
Yeah.
And your partner was okay with that?
Yes.
Did you ask permission prior to posting?
No, fuck would I do that?
Out of respect.
Because they know the circumstance. They're living the real life with me. So if it's not adding up, then why would they trip?
1 + 1 = 2 every time.
Right. If it's not,
if I'm here every day and my whereabouts
and 3, so no, we not
that shit sounds bitter.
Or it sounds realistic.
No, that sounds bitter. It sounds bitter. Like, yeah, I can't prove your whereabouts, and so then you post this, bitch. What's really going on when I'm here 24/7, 7 days a week, and then I post my baby and I say happy Mother's Day to my kid's mother.
With the mother, with the kids,
mother and the kids, not me in the picture.
I'm not in the
mother
picture.
and the kid. What the fuck? Happy Mother's Day.
Alright, well, it's just a conversation.
I just don't post my kid's mother because that ain't nobody's business who my kid's mother
That's
is.
True.
It's not that I'm not proud of her as a woman and who she is, or I'm ashamed of her. That if you know me, then you know my kid's mother.
Well, and I'm gonna say this right to get back to the conversation. The biggest part that was taken away from that was what's her name? The therapist.
Ooh, Kitty?
She was
the therapist. Kitty the therapist.
They said allegedly she was cheating. Now she has since come out with a post denying the allegations, but you know,
her name's
Kitty.
we
will see.
Her name's still Kitty.
Shout out to tonight's conversation. I hope y'all make it through.
No, they frauds. Not shout out. I pray that this is the end of that.
Why? Why would you pray on somebody's downfall, y'all?
It's not that I'm praying on the downfall. It's just that it just seems like every time that somebody comes out with this
relationship pod,
they always fraud. They not living. Granted, I get what you're saying. Like, yes, the advice could be solid advice, but it
could be a what not to do type of situation. Yeah,
but it's like I would rather somebody do that. That's innovative.
Because I feel like we had a whole debate segment last week. It's almost like, all right, this is what I've been through, so you don't. But what that hoe say, nigga? What he say? What's the line?
Yeah, but niggas is not.
So hopefully you don't have to go through that.
But niggas is not talking like that.
Yeah, and
he
was talking about selling drugs.
Well, I'm applying it to life.
Niggas gonna sell drugs.
No, I get what you're saying, but they're not talking like that. They're not talking from that perspective. Like if a podcast came out, it was like former cheaters podcast, right? Former fuck.
Nigga, let's fucking copyright that right now.
Right, former fuck boys. I was like, nigga, what was you doing? Like, ladies, we gonna talk about the stories we had when we was out here just fucking off.
Yeah, big
like,
fuck.
Yo, tell me the wildest thing you ever did. Well, this is wildest
nigga.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
right, like if niggas was talking from that perspective, I'm like, listen, you fuck niggas out there, don't be doing this fuck nigga shit.
And don't act like you don't know who I'm talking to.
Right,
nigga,
like,
I'm a former fuck.
But if niggas sitting here like, man, I go home to my wife.
So you saying? So I'm just gonna circle back to Kevin Samuels. So he not a fraud? You say he was living everything he was talking about?
Yes. He was a single man. He told you how he fucked up both of his marriages. And he told you what niggas was expecting or men expected from a certain demographic of women.
Okay.
He told you how men think logically when it comes to dating certain women. He gave you all of that.
And
he didn't hide.
So was tonight's conversation. They were just having conversations with.
I never heard
people.
none of the niggas talk about, man, I was out here. Only one I heard say that was old boy. What's his name? Trip. He was the only one. He said, and I watched the clip earlier. He was like, me being a former fuck boy. He was the only one who ever talked like that. The rest of them niggas talk like they was fucking saints. I go home every night. I do this. You know, I take my girl here. I love my girl. This is my girl. I love her. You gotta love your girl. Whole time they out here eating butt and fucking.
Hey.
Man, fuck them niggas. Sorry.
Eating butt and fucking.
We gonna wrap this up and come right back. Alright, y'all, we back for our last and final part of the pod. We're gonna keep it moving. We left off with that fraudulent ass show, and we're gonna go to the next topic. What we got, Liv?
Alright, while we on the topic of relationships, because that seemed to be the theme of the night. Tony included a little cartoon on the pod. I hope you'll actually put it on our production. But anyway, why is there an obsession with men who were overlooked in the past, wanting to shit on the same women who overlook them today? Now, the cartoon, I'm going to describe the cartoon for you guys. It depicts, it's like a high school scene in front of the lockers. It's like this little PYT with this little thug ass nigga with tattoos across his chest. She says, "Don't worry, babe, he's just a nerd." Pointing to the nigga behind her carrying some books. Nigga behind her with the book says, "Why do they always pick thugs?" Years later, that same nigga's holding a stack of money wearing a suit. And the little PYT is pregnant holding the baby. "Hey baby, remember me?" He says, "Beat it, chick." And she says, "Why can't I find a good man?"
Could you? So.
Who did this shit?
Baby. Sweetheart.
Hold on, I'm gonna give you context.
It's the fact that he holding a stack of money wearing a suit.
Sweetheart.
I'm gonna give you context. So I seen someone say that it was a post that happened from a different podcast, and they was talking about how like the lady was like, I feel like niggas is just obsessed with when they were overlooked as teens. When they get older, they want to shit on the women who overlooked them, and there's like, you know, years have gone by. You should be over this shit by now.
You should be, but that hurt that you felt at whatever age that was has impacted you in the form that it motivates you to do better. And so it's like a gift and a curse. Mm-hmm. She helped you, you know, level up in a sense, but at the same time, you don't forget about that hurt. You harbor that hurt. So and some people, life goal is to, when I run into such and such again, I'ma shit on her because she shitted on me back then. Yes, you should forgive and forget, let it go, all of these words, but some people don't have the capability of doing that, right?
Well,
that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, you should, but I run into women that I was dealing with in high school when I was the it guy that was popular. And
you was popular?
Nigga, I've been popular my whole life.
Stuffed in lockers?
Nah, I've been popular. I've been popular and popping my whole life.
Swirlies and all
I wish I would. I'm Alicia's son. I've been a fly nigga my whole life, and I've been popping my whole life. Now, as an adult, I'm not as cool. And it goes over, like, I'm not as popular as I was, quote unquote. Now, I still think I'm a cool nigga. I still dress my ass off when I want to. I still keep my hair cut, keep myself together, get some money. But there are women that now that I, you know, either A, didn't pay that much attention to, that are now successful, and the women that I was dating are now further successful and or bums. I don't look at them any different. I'm like, okay, congratulations, kudos to you. I just think it's a personal thing with each individual. Like, you know, some harbor hate, some use that as motivation, and some succumb to those stereotypes that are put on them, and they live in that realm and drown in it.
So this is what I'm going to say to that, right? Because this is the issue I have with the scenario and its totality, because as I've gotten older, the one question for me that comes to mind is, why are you even trying to attract that demographic? Right?
Right.
Let's talk about a particular podcast. I'm not going to name them, but I realized I used to follow their content, but I started noticing a trend with them. They would only bring on a certain particular type of woman. And I've said this before, you're bringing on women who
I just was going to say that, Tony, but
right, their main focus is and only obtaining some sort of wealth. They only want to deal with niggas who got money, essentially, aka what we call gold diggers. Why are you trying to change the mind of gold diggers? You're not talking to everyday women. You're always, every time I come on this show and watch this show, you're specifically talking to gold diggers. If a hoe want to be a hoe, why are you trying to change the mind of a hoe? She know what she is, she know what she want to do, and she know what she want to be. It's pointless to try to change the mind of a hoe. So your show, you're trying to make these particular women seem like the majority, right, when they're just a small group within a majority of women. You're not talking to everyday women. You're talking to gold diggers. Every time I come on the show, gold digger. It's a panel of gold diggers every time, and you're like, yeah, bitch, if you don't do this, you gonna be lonely in life. She don't give a fuck about that shit
at all.
Correct.
She wants the money.
Like that whole goal is to put that type of woman down.
Exactly.
Based off of their hurt from dealing with that one girl back in high school.
Exactly. And I'm saying to myself, I understand that you can't. The heart wants what the heart wants. At the end of the day, let's be real. The heart wants what the heart wants. But if I'm the fucking anime nerd, what makes me think I'm about to get the chick?
Christina Milian out of
yeah, that's from Park Heights.
Yeah.
Why do I think I'm about to get Christina Milian from Park Heights?
Yeah. So that leaves.
Why am I not trying to get Sarah, who's also into anime,
yes,
and wants to get good grades and all that shit? I'm trying to chase the bitch that want to chase the thug. What is, like, why?
So I had a valid point on this of like going back and properly teaching our kids confidence and realistic expectations.
Correct.
I feel like it's this Disney Channel fucking stereotype that's been honed into everybody's minds from the beginning of high school till now that, oh, it's just these two genres, popular and unpopular. No, you know how many fucking genres there is in between?
Yeah.
That you can delve into. I know, was I technically
Delve into. Not
or be a part of, belong to.
Yeah.
Delving.
Meaning you can dive into it. Delve. Like dive in.
Anyway,
I didn't know that was a word.
word.
No, I didn't. That's why I asked. I was like, what is that word?
And that's what's going to help you get educated, asking questions.
Yeah, because I can't read good.
Yeah.
He can read.
Third grade.
He can read perfectly fine.
No, I
There's
can't.
other different genres. There's other different. You can find like-minded groups. So it's like you're not feeling so alienated that.
But that's
I was an unpopular kid. This is the story of my life. I struggle. No, like
nerd.
Right, but that's the problem though.
And also, there's nothing wrong with being a fucking nerd.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's right, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
But I realize that
She's
is
smart as fuck sometimes, and I'm like, shut up.
Sometimes it's
Turn your
crazy.
brain off.
But that's the that right there is the
Let's be
problem in those scenarios.
Be dumb here.
You as the geek who likes anime wants the woman who wants the thugs. She's even thuggish in her own. She don't care about none of that unanime shit that you care about. You get what I'm saying? I mean, maybe once we grow up, that's different. But in that aspect of high school, she, that's the thing. You want to be popular. You want to be seen.
So it's having is
Leah,
just reiterating
did
or
you want
reinforcing
a
to our,
thug?
shut up, I'm trying to make a point. Reinforcing to our kids having confidence in themselves, setting realistic expectations, and also just educating them on what the future holds. Like, yeah, what that 50 Cent say? Like, nigga, in high school you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? Cause half of them fucking popular ass people.
Well, all right. So
is losers.
Did you want a thug
hold on.
in high school?
And I'm gonna bring this kind of home.
Hello. Yeah.
Had him. Baby mama had him. They still went to college.
But listen. This is. I'm gonna bring it home. Like it's gonna seem like I'm going like doing too much, but I'm not. So there was a study, right, that was done on time and why kids, when we were younger, why we felt like time was a lot longer than what we do now as adults. The theory is kids tend to live in the present much more than adults do. So in that space, when you're a teenager, you're living in that present moment. So kids don't really understand the concept of time. Like
that's such a valid point.
Like we know a year is like nothing.
Yes.
Right, but remember when we
was
teenagers?
When you said that just literally took me back to 17. Like feeling like, oh my god, if I don't do this, I'm gonna die. Like
right, yeah, it's like teenagers really don't understand how fast a year can go.
Yes, 10 years.
10 years. Like
I seen somebody. We can go. We were just at Monday. We're at Saturday now.
Right, like not even just that. Like I seen somebody trying to make fun, a 20-year-old trying to make fun of a 30-year-old. I'm like, yo, you don't realize how fast that shit about to come.
Yeah. I tried to
because I was just 23
a couple of years ago. I was going to graduate school, and she was like, "Why would you go to grad school at your age? Like, how long is 2.5 years going to take?" Baby girl, I'm done in school now. Like, it goes by the blink of a fucking eye.
It's so fast.
That's like even the younger
Let's get back to
20-year-olds at my job. They're like, oh, you 33? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, you old as fuck. Why is 33 old?
Because they don't understand.
First of all, you wish you was 33.
Right.
It's hard, but at the same time, it's just like, nigga, at 21, I had no worries. You probably don't have no worries.
Right.
You can become my age in the blink of a fucking eye.
Shit,
but hold on, let me get to my point.
I ain't trying to stop you.
Not you. Yeah. But you have a sweater on too, nigga.
No, I don't. It's a sweatshirt.
You got a Crip sweater on.
You do, boo. And your hat cocked to the side. Like, what are you doing right
this
now?
is LA. That's
your name look like it should be on
your bald head, Sean, boo. Get it together.
Y'all niggas know what it is in my shit. Like, cut it out. Just in case y'all didn't know that my hair was bald. And my head is perfect. And it was perfectly round. Let's talk about it.
But
just in case y'all didn't know.
But listen.
But this bald head, this shit giving Morris Chestnut out this motherfucker.
Yes, baby.
Hold on. We getting sidetracked.
So we take yours up. Take it off.
I'm not taking it off. But
you let that. Never mind.
Yeah, chill.
Never mind. Never mind.
Kids see, like, they live in the present, so they feel like the moment that they're in is just a lot longer than what we do.
They're impatient.
No, that's not actually. You would.
No, I'm asking.
No, they're not. No, they're saying that because when we was kids, we were so present. That's why time feels like it's moving slow. Whereas though now as adults, time feels like it's moving fast. Depending on what
we're so goal oriented now as adults.
Which is our focus is everywhere else but being present.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Because that's all they have to. No offense, but that's all they have to focus on.
That's all they have to focus on. So essentially, in that moment when you're dealing with a situation of trying to obtain, I guess you would say, a love life as a teenager, certain situations feel like they're gonna last a lot longer than they do. So it's like, yeah, if I'm the nerd and I want Kishana, you get what I'm saying?
Or Sharkeisha.
You feel what I'm saying? She like, yo.
Or Sarah.
Or no. It's always them ghetto ass names like Octavia.
No.
I hate that name, by the way.
What? Sarah?
Octavia. I just hate that name.
Yeah, it is a weird name.
All the Octavias I ever met were like fucking assholes. But anyway.
And whores.
Yes. But
I'm gonna say I want to play with nigga. I said something crazy like Lachey.
no, but it's
Shara?
but my point being is
Tanisha.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
stop. My point is that
You doing too
teenagers live
fuck you. Ain't
in
no
teenagers live in that moment, and
Oh.
yo, can we
All
stop?
right.
I'm trying to make my point
Right,
and keep
Dr.
it
Phil.
moving.
Yes.
Teenagers tend to live in their moment, so when they don't get the girl that they want, that shit kind of just,
It scars them.
It's like that Michael B. What's his nigga name? Michael B.
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Remember what he did with the lady he met? Not the lady he met. Remember he was on a red carpet somewhere?
L'Oreal.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Who?
And it
He
wasn't
went to
even
school
her
with
that
the girl.
clowned her. It wasn't even her that
Yeah, it
clowned
wasn't
him.
her that
It
clowned
was
him.
fucking Dominic the Diva from DC. And she fucking
She
brought
went to
up.
school with him?
Yes. He was
So
like,
he
she brought
ran
up
into
L'Oreal.
somebody
And L'Oreal, and she's like, it
That
wasn't
he
even
went to
me.
school with. He went to school with this person. He said,
said that?
they used to make fun of him type shit. And now it's like, now look at me. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, yes, because
And L'Oreal did go to school with him, and she's like, yo, I didn't say that. But you pulled me up in my moment, like my journalistic moment to pull me out. And Dominic Diva was like, yeah, it was me. I said it. And I didn't even go to school with you. I just said it on a radio broadcast. But I'm sorry, what?
But my point being is certain
Remember
shit
that.
just resonate with people in a specific moment because they're so present. You get what I'm saying? Like Shaniqua didn't want me because she said I was a nerd. Fast forward to I'm 30. Shaniqua might have not been the sole reason why I became successful, but she was a part of the reason why I became
was a
successful. Right. She might not have been the driving factor, but I still remember this moment when you shitted
was a
on me.
step.
Right, when all I wanted to do was love and cater to you and be with you and give you the best, that I had to offer. You didn't want that from me. You wanted Jamal, who was in the street. Now Jamal is dead
But when you
or in
fucking need to
jail.
get over themselves, like get the fuck over it. It was a moment in time.
I agree with you. But at the same time, it's like, how can you get over it? Because you made me feel inferior.
So 20 years later, I'm gonna harp on it when I got a
You
six-pack and a platform. Now I can say, all you big belly, big back refrigerator ass bitches who shitted on me when I was a nerd in high school carrying your books. Look at me now. I got a six-pack and a platform. Like
Some niggas hold on to that.
And sometimes some guys use that for motivation to level up.
Some people do, yes.
Some people do use that for a, aha moment. Like, oh, bitch, I'm bigger than you. You got two babies, different baby dads. I don't have no kids. I live in Owens Mills with a $500,000 house.
And I'm in here.
And you a bum. And you used to be the high school hottie.
And I
And
think
then
I
you
said
the high
this-
school naughty.
I think I said this to you.
right? You was a high school hottie.
Now you a high school naughty. Like,
I think I said this to you before. What did I say the other day? I said the issue with revenge or trying to make somebody feel a certain way, they really generally might not care.
Yeah.
Some people get lost in trying to prove something to a person, and it's like, yeah, you may see that girl later and you might shit on her in that moment, but it's not gonna be one of those things where she about to go the rest of her life like, God damn, I didn't date Daniel and now he's a multi-millionaire and here I am with 6
but
babies.
some women do sometimes
Or
like
it could
that.
be that she really has genuine
It's I don't think it's, but I still don't think it's gonna have the effect that most niggas think it's gonna have.
Right. Why you harboring negative thoughts for her? She really could be wishing you well. Like,
Yeah.
damn, that's fine. Like, I wish I would have chose different. But good for you. I'm glad you made it.
Yeah,
I'm going to do my best to make it too with my 6 kids.
yeah. But what we got next, Leah?
TikTok. Bishly Bang.
Don't care.
Now I can. This is my opinion.
I don't
When
even
they
got
had
TikTok.
when they had banned it, I wasn't. When they had banned it, I'm just like, damn, they actually did do it. And then when they had bought it back up, I'm just like, oh, cool, they bought it back up. But I worked so much, I didn't really give 2 shits. But then when I had idiotically deleted it off my phone, I'm just like, fuck.
You know,
what
they
am I
paying,
to
some
do?
people are paying $10,000
$20,000
to get a phone with TikTok.
installed.
These niggas is nuts.
What's her name?
So-
JT said if you want her phone with her group chat, you gotta pay $50,000. But if you want her phone with TikTok on it, with the group chat and pictures, she want $1 million.
JT, you dating Lil Uzi. He half a billionaire. You ain't doing that bad. Relax.
Hold on.
Stop it.
I was gonna say some people do have a valid reason because I seen one video where a woman was crying, and I saw this. They mentioned this on another podcast.
Let's see.
It's not the story.
Let's see.
Yeah, she was making $30,000
But they also
a
was
month.
like, well, bitch, why wasn't you saving nothing? Like, or going to other avenues, or why don't you just move
I mean,
to another fucking country?
very true. Like, it's
Where
like
it's not banned. Move
you
to Canada.
should be saving your money.
So there is a little trick that a female on TikTok is now making fucking money off of. My sister showed it to me, which got me my TikTok back on my phone.
Should you be saying this? I don't think you should be saying this.
TikTok safe.
Is it illegal?
No,
Alright, let's still say it.
it's not illegal, but it's
Where's the wiretap? We condone everything. Both.
This shit-
You so basically.
You basically go in your settings in the Apple phone.
Well, I think you done something different to
to a
your
different
phone.
region, and that's how you get it back. You download the VPN, so on and so forth.
Yeah, see,
Put
for me,
in
it
the
don't
little
come up.
address.
Yeah,
that
it's
you-
If you would like to know more, please like, follow, subscribe, and see that is wiretap.
We are charging 15,000 each subscriber.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
What we got next? That wasn't too long. I think that's it.
Somebody will have to pull this up because right on Instagram, but it's basically women on women fighting scenario.
Oh,
yeah. Her op was talking shit.
So listen, Shorty go on
And that's
live.
it.
Oh yeah.
Shorty go on live
And
talking
this is in
shit
Chicago.
about her op, right?
Right.
The op pulls up to the crib,
Set the
kicks in
phone.
the door.
Set the phone
Okay,
up
set
under
her
the
phone
car.
up to go live. Kicks Shorty door in
Beat
the fuck out of Shorty.
Shorty tried to hide though, but she found her literally as soon as she got upstairs. Drug her ass, and she was just like, the police in Chicago don't come fast enough. Like,
So why was she on live talking about the girl to begin with?
I guess they nobody knows where the beef essentially
backstory,
stemmed from,
yeah.
but they just know that she went on live, did what she did. Keon watching it now. Shorty came to the crib.
Yo, give me a live reaction.
This bitch is kicking the door down like a wildebeest.
she broke the
Yo.
screen
Yeah.
door off the hinges.
Off
I
the
always wanted to visit
hinges.
Chicago.
Yo,
but-
she literally took the door off the hinges
No,
and
wait.
is kicking the shit in with her. She's thick too.
But I guarantee you she
Is she
regretting that
pregnant?
shit by now.
She definitely is.
She's regretting
Oh,
that
she's
shit
in
by
jail.
now. Yeah. Because one, that's breaking an entry.
That's aggravated
Look,
assault.
wait, wait, what she
Aggravated
say?
assault. No, she was saying that the police didn't come in time. That's all she said. Yeah.
They should never let that down.
The police never get here fast enough.
But hold on. Stop it real quick. So pretty much, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna break this shit down for you. I'm gonna tell you as much as I know off top of my head.
The police never get here fast enough, bro.
I'm a name.
You was tough as shit just a minute ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak to a few charges that potentially can come from this. One, breaking and entry.
Assault and
Two,
battery.
assault and battery. 3, kidnapping because she dragged her from as soon as you move a person from a place against their will, that's considered kidnapping. We probably talking about some civil lawsuits there, public humiliation, trauma,
Emotional damage.
Property damage. It's like
Definitely probably.
I get Shorty wanted to
Especially if it was someone else's house.
Yeah, no, hold on. Oh yeah, property damage. Yeah. I just want y'all to understand, like when y'all go out here and do these things, especially if you do them and you record it, you're going to.
My nigga, but
Baby, you just made yourself
it's hilarious that she went from being tough, standing in the bathroom, posting on the wall.
That's actually not the first time I've
police
seen that
never come fast enough, bro. You got your ass whooped,
Yeah.
and Shorty wasn't no little girl.
So that's also that lesson. Like, why are you talking shit? Why are you talking shit about somebody?
I mean, it's a free country. You can talk shit.
No, you better pillow talk.
But the problem is, people talk shit.
No.
But niggas don't be about
There's
that.
gonna be repercussions.
That's not the problem.
Niggas
That's
don't be
fine,
about
but
that.
don't pull up to my motherfucking house, because the minute you come in here, you might not make it the fuck back out. Don't
Yeah,
come to
Well,
my
she
house.
made it out of there.
Yeah, she did.
That girl wasn't. She wasn't built for that. Sis wasn't built for that.
But-
You was pumping that shit, it was pussy.
But hold on. This is the point I'm trying to drive home.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
You can
Ring man.
You can speak to whatever you want to speak to when it comes to that. You have the freedom to do that. Now, what you have to understand too, there are consequences to how you speak.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like there are consequences. And listen, ladies and gentlemen,
watch your tongue.
just because somebody was talking shit and you handle business does not mean you don't deal with the legal system.
Yeah, because being a real nigga can go wrong.
It can absolutely
keeping
go
it real
wrong.
goes
wrong. Dave Chappelle.
Now that bitch. Sorry.
Yeah. Dave Chappelle had a whole sketch about that.
Sorry,
shit.
y'all. That young lady should have piped down and not got on her socials popping her shit.
She can do that though.
She can,
Yeah.
but you got to deal with the repercussions.
And now so does the other girl.
No, well, cool.
You beat me up for 5 minutes, but
Make
like
fun.
that-
You could possibly go to jail.
yeah, we talking about long
Yeah, it
term.
can, but people not thinking like that.
Also, too, it was dumb for you to record the shit. Like that was dumb.
But also she could have had a homegirl that's secretively on your live, and you like, oh bitch, she talked about you.
See, but me, you do that shit on live, I'm on your ass. Pause. I'm gonna catch you when I catch you. I'm not coming to kick your door in.
But we also ain't talking about logical thinking females.
Well, it's a problem. All right, so listen.
Bitches got leg poisoning.
I know- I was like, yo, me and my best friend. Me and my best friend
Yes.
talk about this all the time. Like the biggest problem in the black community is always proving. We always want to prove something, and that's our. Sorry, that's our biggest problem. We always want to prove.
That hat, take it off.
No, it's all. We always want to.
The
Yeah,
episode never nigga take it off.
yeah, that's
I
crazy.
said that's that
Wow.
hat.
I'm gonna clip that up. Anyway,
Don't clip that up.
I'm gonna clip it. You can't say that.
And the key on.
God damn, bro.
You made me do it.
No, I did not.
Pause. The fuck is wrong with you, man?
Take that hat off. You made me
Your
do
bald
it.
head showing again. Turn it.
You look like T.I. with the shit on. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our show. We'll be back with our full panel
Nah, nigga, we
next
still
week.
got 3 minutes.
No, I'm ending it. We're done. We're out. I'm going home. I don't know what the rest of the crew is doing. They talking about going out. And Keon was excited to get his
He was like, you at?
Try me, nigga, and this shit will not get aired at all. Cause I will say everything I'm not supposed to
every
say.
camera over in this.
bye, y'all.
Yeah.